1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, just a little bit of Tennessee Blues, the early song that Bill Monroe recorded when he was like 18, 19 years old, something like that. Just a lot of fun to play that song. I don't hear that a lot now. Okay, so we're going to again talk about improvising, and I just kind of want to lay out a couple things. My name's Andy. I teach lessons. I got a website called andyslessons.com. There's stuff on there. So I want to talk about this. In terms of two elements, okay? And one is improvising in terms of just the human ability to improvise, just something that's baked into our being. And then the tools to improvise with, because I think these things always going to go hand in hand. So I think humans can improvise. I think if you've ever been a kid and you have toys to play with them, you find ways to play with those toys that are creative. And maybe it's what it says you're supposed to do on the box, or maybe you come up with a whole new way to play with that toy, you know, with your Legos or with whatever it is you've got. And I think if you get in trouble, you find a way out of trouble. You start thinking about how can I get myself out of this trouble if the car runs out of gas or something. You start improvising because that wasn't the plan for the car to run out of gas. So you gotta think of a plan. And I think that ability is just baked into being human. And then I think there's the tools that you have to improvise with. Let's take it down to music now. I know I've got this ability to improvise, but what's the tool I have? And a lot of people have like a pentatonic scale. That's where a lot of people start, right? So they take their minor pentatonic scale, that's a tool, and they join it with their human ability. Because the tool by itself doesn't do anything. It's got to be joined with you. Well, a pentatonic scale could do a lot with your human ability. And everybody's got a different human ability at first for improvising. But that tool can do a lot with you. So just exploring it. So people get a lot out of a simple tool like that. And what I've found as I've learned to improvise is I've found that I've tried different tools over the years that have had, I wouldn't even say varying levels of success. I would just say they give me something different every time. So like, what if the tool was double stops? You could improvise in double stops. Like, if you know what all the double stops are for certain chords, you can improvise with them, meaning you can choose when to use them in the moment. So there's double stops that I know, and using two notes together, and maybe I could slow down Tennessee Blues and I could improvise inside of that chord progression with double stops. interesting. So I have never tried to play that like that before, but I've spent a lot of time thinking about double stops and practicing different double stops and A, D, and E and bluesy double stops. So there was a tool, right? So a tool could be the cross picking. I've spent a lot of time doing the cross picking, so maybe I could improvise something with cross picking. And so when you start combining now just the ability to improvise, which I believe probably every human has to make up something, and then you got to realize, okay, I've got that ability on some level, whatever level that is, it's going to get better. And then you start working tools, right? So that could be scales, different musical devices. It's just, this could go on forever. I am nowhere near the end of this journey. And when I listen to people that are farther along than me than I think I will ever be, who are my heroes, it makes me realize how much I got to go practice. And which is good because there's a lot of things I'm supposed to be doing inside that I'm not doing right now. So it gives me more time to practice, less time for chores. So I'll improvise one more time, a little take on Tennessee Blues, and maybe I'll try to do some lead lines. I'll try to do some double stops, try to do some cross picking, and try to choose stuff in the moment. There are people that can choose stuff in the moment faster than I can, but I'm gonna do my job and try to choose stuff in the moment to play, okay? Tennessee Blues. Let's try to bring it home.